is the SuperMegaClash podcast with just a quick dispatch. Obviously, the news that Shinsuke Nakamura has had to vacate the IWGP Intercontinental title. Interesting news. Some people think it's a vacation, some people think it's a strip. I do believe it is a stripping of the title. New Japan will be stripping him of the championship. And the main event of New Beginnings on the 14th of February will have Kenny Omega against a mystery opponent, which will be interesting. It's a shame that Nakamura won't be facing Omega for the title, but it does kind of make sense in one way. If you look at matches where you know people are going to lose, well, you know that people are going to leave, I should say. Unless it's ECW, they're going to lose, and it takes a little bit of the drama out. Now, what I mean by ECW being the exception is when Too Cold Scorpio was going to leave. He had loser leaves town matches of varying lengths of time. I think it was like a week, a month, 3 months, a year, and he won 3 of them until Louis Spicolli beat him, and then he went to the WWF at the time. You know, usually you just expect him. Oh yeah, he's going to lose. Done. He even references it in the promo beforehand that he says, you know, on the way out he's meant to do the job. Which, I'm not a fan of those promos where it openly exposes, yes, that's what's supposed to happen. But you know, it's a smarter crowd. And obviously, when the Dudley Boys were leaving, they won the ECW titles on their last night. And then I do believe Tommy Dreamer and Raven teamed up and beat them for the titles as this massive surprise, which it was. It was a great twist. So I highly doubt New Japan were going to do that. So it was going to be Kenny Omega winning the Intercontinental title, which, don't get me wrong, would have been fine. I would have been quite happy with that. But hey, that's so be it. It would have been nice to see the passing of the torch almost, but it's not going to happen. Omega is a lock for that match for the Intercontinental title that's now vacant, but who's he going to be facing? I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't really given it much thought, if I'm honest. The obvious one that jumps out is Tanahashi, but he himself has in the past said that ideally he wouldn't want to be fighting for the IC belt. So who exactly could it be, apart from Omega, which is slightly worrying, because obviously you've got Okada as the heavyweight champion, you've got Goto going against Okada as well. So who fills the gap? I'm not sure, but I'm thinking who could get a good match out of him. If anything, I want Ishii to just at least get the shot. That would be nice. But I doubt that will happen, and that's a shame. So, end of the month, January the 30th at Korakuen Hall, it will be Nakamura's last match. And by the looks of it, it's going to be an all-star main event of Tanahashi, Goto, and Shibata against Nakamura, Okada, and Ishii, which will be a great match. A lot of people are saying that Nakamura will eat the pinfall. More than likely he will be, but it could be Ishii. You know, they could throw that one in there as well. But it's going to be a great match to finish it. It's a shame that it wasn't Omega versus Nakamura, but at least Omega is in that match for the IC title next month on the 14th. Don't forget. The only other thing that I was thinking about was, have they had a slight wavering on whether Kenny Omega should have that spot? I hope they don't have those thoughts, because what happened at New Year's Dash was one of the best moments that I've seen in quite some time that wasn't an actual main event angle, as in Tanahashi versus Okada at Wrestle Kingdom, or a title match of that stature like Styles versus Nakamura. It was one of those things have changed in a big way sort of moments, and for them to then be like, then maybe not. You know, the Elite will rise. Wow, that doesn't sound disturbing, doesn't it? The Elite will rise as I hold this microphone like a chalice. The Elite will rise with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, so why not just push it through? For me, Omega, I think he's going to win that IC title and have it for quite a while. I don't know how long it will be for, but you're going to get some great matches coming out of it. You really will, and hopefully they haven't wavered on giving him. They're still going to give him that push, but maybe they were thinking maybe it's too soon for the IC title. No, give him the IC title now. Make him dominant. I know people want to see Ibushi versus Omega as soon as possible. They're even hoping that he's going to be the mystery opponent. No, come on, he's injured. I'm probably going to eat my words if he does come back, but he's injured, and they should really build that up for next Wrestle Kingdom. That's the next match for Wrestle Kingdom for Kenny Omega. If Ibushi can obviously get healthy yet again. Who knows? He might do. But that's the match. IC title, Omega, Ibushi, and then who knows from there. Obviously, they've still got to figure out who's going to be facing Okada at Wrestle Kingdom next year, but that's, almost a year away, so why are we bothering to book then? So for now, that's just another dispatch for you. For me, yeah, it probably was the right call for them to vacate the title. Make a bigger match out of it. Actually getting 2 bigger matches out of it. The All-Star 6-man on the 30th of January and the new crowning, the crowning of a new IC champion with Omega versus a mystery opponent. At this time, I do believe it's going to be a tournament, which will make it even better. So it works for everyone. I just hope this isn't a trend that's happening where champions of major promotions just drop the title on the way out. Because obviously Nakamura, I don't think I don't know if he's wanted to willingly or New Japan have wanted to do it. But that's happened, and it happened with Del Rio last year as he was the AAA Mega Champion. So hopefully it doesn't start a trend, but you never know. So for now, I'm excited, and I cannot wait for Omega to be whoever to be crowned the IC Champion. For now, see you in a bit with some regular broadcasting. That was cheesy at the end, wasn't it? Wow.